The Joe here. Greetings, class. Today we will be talking about the item drop system. The intent of this video is to explain what it is and how it works to new players and experienced players who want to understand it a bit more. Information covered will be official and unofficial, but I will try to make that distinction and provide sources in the description. Items in TF2 can be acquired by purchasing in the Manco store or marketplace, trading, crafting other items, getting certain achievements, or through item drops. The item drop system was first introduced to TF2 in the Sniper vs. Spy update back in 2009. It was intended as a way to distribute the ever-increasing amount of items without having players achievement farm or falsify achievements to get access to weapons. Though this did reduce the desire or quote-unquote need to achievement farm, it also introduced idling to TF2. Once players knew that they would acquire more item drops the more they played TF2, they found that playing wasn't actually required. As long as your account, or your many accounts, were in-game, you'd continue to get new items over time. Valve hasn't looked kindly on this system and made several changes to the item drop system, eventually leading to attempting to stop idling altogether with the July 10th, 2013 patch. So how does it work? The simple answer is that active players are guaranteed to get certain items at certain intervals with a cap on the amount of time played over the course of a week. There are several criteria that you must meet in order to be considered actively playing and hence eligible for item drops. You must be connected to a Valve-secured server, responding to in-game drop notifications without using external applications, and running only one instance of TF2 that's not in text mode. Most item drops occur between 30 to 70 minutes of gameplay, making the average interval 50 minutes. The random roll at each interval is not for whether or not you get an item, but for how many minutes until your next drop. The cap on the amount of hours that you can receive item drops per week is estimated to be between 10 and 11 hours. Unused time rolls over into the next week, so only playing for 5 hours one week means that you have a cap between 15 and 16 hours the next week. It's important to note that the amount of unused time that you can save up is capped at twice the weekly amount. So going a week or more without playing will result in the following week of gameplay having a cap around 20 hours. Don't confuse the hours that you're eligible for item drops with the number of items that you get each week. Since the amount of minutes between drops varies, you won't receive the exact number of items every week, even if you're using all of your eligible hours. However, it should come out to be between 8 and 10 items drops each week based on community testing. The weekly cycle isn't per player, but rather for everyone, so don't confuse a week with Sunday to Saturday in your time zone. The gameplay time cap is reset every Thursday at approximately 0 hours GMT, or Greenwich Mean Time. What items drop? Weapons with the unique quality, tools, meaning taunts, tags, paints, etc., cosmetics, meaning hats or misks, and crates can all be dropped while playing. Though all of these can be acquired by the item drop system, they are far from equal in likelihood as well as value. Weapons are far more likely than cosmetics or tools. Please note that if you're a free-to-play player, you don't get cosmetic or tool drops. Also, it's confirmed that crates have their own separate drop rate timer. This means that getting a crate drop doesn't mean that you're missing out on an item. There are a lot of items that won't drop. Most weapons that are or were originally part of a promotion aren't dropped. A whole bunch of hats and misks are the same way. Seasonal crates and tools are also special in that they only drop within their predetermined date ranges or are simply given to you when you play during events. You can find a list of what can't be dropped on the official Team Fortress 2 wiki. So we've talked about where it came from, how it works, and what you can get from it. But what does it mean for TF2 and its community? Well, on the most simple level, it gives you a way to get achievement weapons without having to farm achievements or purchase them in the store. It also fuels crafting and trading. It also has an important effect on the economy of TF2 and the value of commodities traded on it. By just playing TF2, you are essentially mining value and influencing inflation. I hope you've enjoyed this video and found it helpful in understanding the item drop system. Class dismissed. Toodles!